jobs. So can you describe the work, or what do you do here at APOC?
So I work in the Demographic Research Project, which deals with a lot of looking at different Asian American Pacific Islander communities and really looking at the type of data that's related to like education and health, and then with that information developing reports, which will then distribute to different community organizations that APOC partners with, and then from that point, hopefully that data is useful for these organizations.
Kind of stuck here on the demographic stuff. We can ask.
How does your work and the work of the demographics department fit into the mission of APOC as a whole, as an organization?
I think a lot of a lot of what APOC is about is advocating for a lot of marginalized communities that don't necessarily have a voice for themselves. And I think the important thing about demographics is trying to find the data, which will then be able to identify what the actual problems or difficulties that some of these communities face, and then from that point helping to develop programming or different resources that can help CBOs or other or these people specifically with these needs that are identified.
Can you talk to us a little bit about the California report that you're working on?
So a lot of what I've been doing is very preliminary, but some of the information I've been looking at is with the California Department of Education, and so looking at what the different language needs are for the students in terms of what the different levels of language needs are. So for example, a lot of the immersion programs that California Department of Education has are with Chinese, Korean, and Japanese, but Vietnamese is one of the highest language needs in the California public schools, and there are no immersion programs for that. So that's something that maybe we would be highlighting to show as an area that the Department of Education can improve on in order to actually serve the students that have language needs. Another area that I've been looking at is the suicide death rate of Asian Americans and Pacific Islanders disaggregated, and so and what the Office of Suicide Prevention looks at is the actual numbers of people who kill themselves from suicide. And so what's interesting is that out of the population of Pacific Islanders, they have a much higher suicide death rate than a lot of other communities of color. And so these are just some of the points that I've been looking at so far.
So do you want to start the feedback?